Hey, hello, my friends. Hope everybody is well today. I'm Paul Apollonia. And before I get started, I'm going to please subscribe to my channel if you like what you see in this video. And please like the video, smash the old thumbs up button. And don't forget to click on the bell icon and select all. Then you will see all the videos that I publish. My channel is mainly directed towards eBay, but I do have other things on how to pack things, and it's all basically directed towards online selling, mainly eBay. I do have an update on my total knee replacement and stuff like that in there, but it's basically of that. I'm going to show you what I sold for last week. This is running a little late. It is Thursday. I normally put these out on Sunday, but I've been kind of tied up with this knee replacement. Doing much better. 7 weeks tomorrow, post-op. Surgeon gave me the thumbs up to be free and do what I want to do. Played some golf this morning, just 9 holes, and it felt great to be out there and being normal again. But my eBay business has suffered, and that's my fault, to be honest with you, nobody else's. I'm going to give you some tips and stuff on what I've figured out this week on what my slow sales were about. I'm thankful that I do other things besides eBay, always have other side income coming in, whatever you want to call it, side hustle, multiple streams, whatever that may be, as long as it's legit and legal. I did auto detailing years and years and years ago. I had an auto detailing business. I still do that on the side. Not a big fan of doing that, but I do it just to bring in some money right now. Did 2 cars last week, and I also do headlight restoration, the cloudy yellowed headlights. I clean those up. Been doing that for over 15 years, that part of the business. And I also clear out storage units, and I do a lot of consignments. I met with a lot of people last week. I did make money. This is not the only money I made for last week. If it was, we'd be in trouble. So the week would be from May 24th to May 30th, 2021. Let's get started here. There's not many items here last week. Did really good this week. Sold a lot of, we can make this a little smaller. You don't need to see my ugly mug. People ask me, I forgot to say this. People ask me, what do I sell on eBay? What is my business? I do a lot of consignment on eBay. Consignment is not for everyone. I do not suggest new sellers jump into consignment. I don't suggest veteran sellers jump into consignment. It's kind of a different arena. One thing nice about consignment, what I like, is you're really not paying for the items. You're collecting the items from somebody and you're putting your percentage out there. Mine is a 50-50 split to the first 100, and it goes down from there after that. Buyer pays all fees, and I never do free shipping with consignment. I usually have a flat rate shipping. It messes up my matrix when I do shipping, and I also do parting out of items. Dishwashers and stuff like that I get free on Craigslist and Facebook and other marketplaces. And I do a little thrifting, very little bit of garage selling. I do tend to, whenever I'm out somewhere, I'm always looking at, hey, wow, can I resell that? I don't really need that, but can I resell that? Is there value in that? And that's what you're going to see a lot of this today. Let's get started here. The first item I sold last week was a police scanner, an older police scanner. These were the bomb back in the day. I mean, everybody wanted one of these. Now they're not worth much. Picked this up at what they call a Hamfest. I'm an amateur radio operator, N3GCA. Not super active, but I'm on the air every once in a while. Hamfests are basically a big gathering, like a flea market, stuff like that, of ham radio guys selling electronic items, old stuff, and I go there for the sole purpose of flipping things. I don't need any more of this stuff in my house. I bought 6 things for $20. So this was $3, $4, $5, whatever. Did pretty good on this. Shipping covered the shipping. It went out in a regional A box, the rectangle one. Packing bubble wrap. Put the radio in there, more bubble wrap on top, and it fit in there. $8.02, I think it cost me to ship it, and I think it went to New York or somewhere on the East Coast up north. Like I said, I paid $5 for it, so I was happy with the profit I made on this. As you can see, my titles are search friendly. I don't really worry about grammar. I'm not worried about trying to catch somebody with look or wow or vintage or whatever like that. I always use condition description. gives me another avenue to tell people what's up with the item. I like using condition description because it shows up right there when a person is looking at the item. I do a flat rate shipping. Sometimes I make money. Like this one, I made about $1.75, maybe $2, I think. I do not refund the buyer for shipping differences. Sometimes I make money. Sometimes I lose money. Sometimes I make a good bit of money. Sometimes I lose a good bit of money. I could do calculated shipping, measuring the box, and everything, but I'm pretty darn good at doing this, except all those disclaimers I just told you about. I'm just saying, that's what I do. And I do economy shipping. That gives me the option to use any of eBay's shipping options they have, post office, FedEx, UPS, and any of the options they offer. If you say priority mail, you better ship it out post office priority mail. eBay may not support you if it gets lost or stuff like that if you use another carrier when it says something else. Always make sure you're doing your shipping through eBay. eBay has discounts. For example, a lot of people don't understand this. First class shipping goes up to 15 ounces, 1 pound basically on eBay. If you take that same package to the post office, it will go at 13 ounces. And please, I had this issue a couple months ago. I take my items to one post office, and this post office, they have tons of eBay people dropping off things. So they know that the first class goes up to 1 pound. I dropped stuff off at another post office one time, not thinking that my stuff was over 13 ounces. And my front door was full of my items that I shipped out yesterday, the day before, because they said it was undeliverable because they're way too much. So not only does eBay allow 1 pound, but make sure your post office knows that it's eBay and stuff like that. So that's why I go to one post office. Item specifics are very, 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 very important. It's not important to fill out every one. If you want to try and use something that's in the drop-down menu when you're creating your item specifics, don't put not acceptable, N-A or /A in these things. It messes up the search and everything. Just leave it blank if you don't know what it is. I was actually doing that at one time, putting an A and no and none. And well, that's an option. The manufacturer's warranty, there's an option for none. And it is like monsooning out there. It is June 3rd, just so you guys know, 2021. Same thing, my descriptions are pretty short and sweet. They're basically a copy and paste of what is in the condition description. Next item, another consignment item. I told the story 1,000 times. Make friends with people that are in your business. Consignment, other thrifters, other garage sellers, other eBayers, whatever, if they're willing to be friends with you. Sometimes I'm at thrift stores, and some of these people I don't want to be friends with, how I see them treating the items. They don't put them back and everything, but that's just me. This guy was, I got this customer through another consignment person. He's about 45 minutes away. Goes by the name of Trader Chris, been in business for years and years and years like me, but he does high-end estate stuff, jewelry and silverware and all sorts of stuff I have no desire to get into. And he sends me all his people that he does the lower-end stuff, which is fine. I'm okay with it. Sent me this guy. He was a Hunter fan and water pick salesman 20 years ago. Half a garage, half a basement full of stuff. I go over there every couple months and get a van full of stuff and sort through it and either list it or give it to the thrift store. When I do consignment, I try not to do things like $25. I try and do higher end items. But if you have, like this guy had some air purifiers, some room air purifiers, some big units. I sold them for $200 on eBay, sold 3 or 4 of those. Smaller units sold for $125. So if you're going to give me some big items, big expensive items I can make money on, I'll take all the lower end items you want. This stuff, believe it or not, this was made in the 90s. I don't know why people are buying thermostats and stuff that are that old. I have no idea, but it seems like thermostats and these fan switches tend to sell well when the season changes. So I make half of that. What's that, $12.99 or whatever. I'm happy with that. Shipping, did it go out first class? I think it went out in an A box. Did not make much money on shipping. Probably made $1 on shipping. So that's that. Like I said, it was not a good week on eBay last week. This was apart from a dishwasher. I love parting out dishwashers. There's lots of money, more money than this. But this was a part, it took me 3 minutes, not even 3 minutes to take it off when I was taking apart things. Whole thing with parting out anything. I've just about done this series on Teachable. I've worked on it most of the day the other day, and I'm just tweaking the grammar and everything in it. The whole thing with parting out stuff is you don't want to spend hours and hours and hours parting out an item. You want to maybe spend about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes, maybe an hour and a half parting it out, because that's your time, and you don't want to spend, like, for example, if it took me an hour to get to this part and make $6.99, I'd have to really rethink my business model. Now, in the past, have I done this? Yes. Anymore, I would never spend any time unless this was a part that was on the way to another part. Like, for example, I was taking the pump out. Believe it or not, the bottom part of the dishwasher, the thing that on the bottom that spins, that can sell sometimes. And this was attached to it. So I took everything off of that when I was taking the pump out of the dishwasher. 2-minute removal, and it's sold within that day, I think. So just if you're parting out something, don't spend hours and hours and hours taking it apart. Now, it all depends. If you're going to make hundreds and hundreds of dollars, it might be worth it. But even then, like dishwashers, I pull out the racks, the control board, and maybe a few other little parts that I know will sell or might sell. But I'm after the racks, the control board, and whatever other money I can make on the big dollar. And the soap, just the detergent dispenser sells for about $25. It is pouring out there. Remote control cell. Don't forget, remote control cell. Did I say that? Remote control cell. You're not going to be a millionaire on remote controls. I got this out of a free box at the same Hamfest I got the scanner at 2 items ago or 3 items ago I showed you. More buttons, the better. The name brand, the better. I don't pay a lot of money out for these. I might pay $1 at a thrift store if I see them. Maybe $2 if I think I can make some money off of it. These are a quick sale. Well, this was out there for about 3 weeks. This is goes out first class if you ship it through eBay. So make sure it's 15 ounces or less. What other tips can I show you about remotes? I try and take as many pictures as I can. I don't have the TV to test this out. I always take a picture of the battery compartment so people see if there's any damage in the battery compartment. Let's see here. All my pictures are done on my phone, and I use the computer. I have a Chromebook, and I use my phone for listing. Create the listing on the computer, go back to my phone, upload the photos, go back to the computer, and finish the listing, or somewhat in that weird cycle there I just told you. But back to the batteries, I always take a picture of the battery compartment so people can see. I rarely ever include the batteries because it adds weight. So even if there is damage, you can remove a lot of this. Today's batteries don't do nearly the damage of yesterday's batteries did, of vintage batteries with that acid and everything. Usually it's like a white acid. You can almost pick it out of there with your fingernail or with a small knife or a screwdriver, and it flings right out of there. If it's still stuck in there, you could use some baking soda, wet some baking soda, use a paper towel or a brush, and get it out that way. There's another picture of the batteries close up. And there's this. How do you check it to make sure it works? You may ask. You use your phone, put batteries in a remote, press a button, take a picture of put your phone on picture mode, press a button, hold the front of it to your camera on your phone, and you will see the light up. I press all the buttons and make sure they all work quickly. I mean, I don't stand there for an hour testing. I just and make sure all the buttons work. Sometimes I miss a button or two, but I assume they all work, and I've never had a remote control returned. And to be quite honest with you, if somebody said this doesn't work for $10.49, I'm not going to take the return back. I know people scam people on eBay. I know. But I am long done fighting over a $10 item. I don't need it to consume me the whole day. That person wants a return. Yes, he's ripping me off. Just I refund them, full refund, and move on. I don't have time. I usually block that buyer. There's an option to block buyers in eBay. On your home screen, you'll see it towards the bottom. Another realistic thing. Lots of realistic things selling. This is an old microphone. Funny, this microphone, again, bought it at Hamfest. This was one of the items I got for $20. This was the original microphone I had on my first CB radio, a realistic 23 channel Navajo. Not this microphone, just it was like the same microphone. When I go back to this Hamfest, I'm going to buy every one of these microphones this guy has. I'm going to make him a sweeping deal of maybe $20 for all the microphones because they do sell. Probably paid, like I said, $6 into $20. I made good money on this, even with shipping. It went out first class. I think I put it in a box, or did it go into one of the padded envelopes? I can't remember. Took all the pictures, side, front, top. What else? Picture of the connector. That connector is that right there. Well, hang on. That right there is that connector. People buy these vintage things. They have vintage radios. They want to keep them original. Like I said, I have no idea if it works. I should have put for parts not working because I don't even know if it works. I kind of fibbed a little bit. All the item condition description specifics I found via Google and TerraPeak, which is within eBay, which is a great search tool. It is free. It used to be a paid service, but it is free. And I also use WorthPoint, which is that is a paid search program. What was I saying? Oh no, I should have done parts not working because I don't know if it's working or not. So I kind of fibbed. I said it was working last time it was used many years ago. Stored inside, climate controlled home. I have no idea if it was stored inside. Let's go to the next item. A Craftsman bag. Let me tell you again, besides doing consignment, you want to tell everyone over and over again, hey man, I sell on eBay, or hey, I sell on Etsy, or I sell online. I sell things online. I mean, that's what I do. I love what I do. Or you do it part-time, full-time, whatever. Just constantly, don't be a pain in the neck about it. Just tell people, hey man, I sell stuff online. You ever have anything you want to get rid of? You have things you want to take to a thrift store, but you're not real familiar with the thrift store. Some people bring things to certain thrift stores because they want to support them. That's fine. Please take those things to the thrift store. But if you have things you just want to get rid of, especially during the virus, I did very well with people not wanting to go to the thrift store. I'd say, no problem. I'll take the stuff. What I want to sell, I'll keep, and I'll take the rest of the thrift store. They were like, that's fine. Don't even worry about it. So this woman I know that's been coming to my meetup, I run the Raleigh eBay Meetup Group. We meet second Thursday of the month on Zoom. You can look on eBay. There's a new meeting site on eBay, or you can look at Meetup. I'm going to be leaving Meetup probably within the next couple of months and just relying on the eBay site for that. But this woman has been going to my meetups for years and years and years. She calls me every day. She goes, I've got some things I got from next door that were sitting on the curb, and I picked them up for you. I went, great. She gave me this, another lawnmower bag. This sold within 3 hours. The other lawnmower bag was an older one, very, very dirty. I got $29. I was asking $29. I made $20 on the dirty lawnmower bag, and I made $30 on this bag profit. $50 for somebody that went out and got things for me and said, hey, I've got these things. Do you want them? And I went, sure. So always tell people what you are doing. How did I find this item? Okay, so this person gives me this bag with no ID, no nothing on it. I did not an exhaustive search, probably about 10-minute search on eBay, searching for Craftsman grass catcher bags. Looked at used, looked at solds, and found a few like this. Then I went out and then I saw this part number attached to it, and I went out to Google and I searched the part numbers. This one is for the bag, or this one's for the frame, and this one's for the bag. You could try and sell the bag itself. You're not going to get $34.49 for it. You're probably going to get about $20 plus shipping, $25 plus shipping. But the nice thing about that is that will probably go first class in a poly envelope. This did not go first class. It cost me, I forget where this went. It went to Florida, Georgia, somewhere on the East Coast. I forget. and it cost me $14 to ship it. So pros and cons: sell it without the frame, throw the frame away and sell the bag, or sell it with the frame. But if you're going to sell it without the frame, make sure you stress in your listing, even up here, you can say at the end, I always say please read. And then in your condition description, which just doesn't have a condition description because it is new. So we'll go back to one of these. In your condition description, you would say, I say, please read, you are buying the bag only, no frame. You're buying the bag only, no frame. You don't even want to say that twice. And some people read, some people don't. I sold a bag with no frame a couple months ago, and I got a return saying there's no frame. It's not fitting my lawnmower. And I messaged the guy back and I said, look, you didn't read the listing. There was no frame. No frame was even included in that. He never got back to me. He never returned it, which was great. eBay closed the case, and I didn't have to refund him any money. So that is it, my friends. Hope you got something out of this video. Like I said, sorry I didn't make a whole lot of money on eBay. The one thing, the few things I've learned this week, I almost forgot the most important thing I would tell you about eBay is I haven't been really active on eBay, making changes, going in and making changes to items. You'll see. Well, let me see if I can show you real quick. You can come in here, like you'll see. I have a store, so I don't know how your eBay store, I don't know how your layout's going to be, but it's going to say, hey, these are eligible to send offers. Send offers. Did I say that enough? Send offers. I had an item out here for $175. I discounted it. No, it was $200. I discounted $175, and I sold it from the watchers yesterday. I sold something else yesterday from doing offers. Do the offers. Do a percentage. I do 10%. Like, for example, I would do this, send an offer, and I would do 10%, or I could do a percentage off. Offer amount, or I can do the total amount. Send offers, send offers, send offers. Do not decline offers when you get them. Just send back another offer. Seems like when you decline an offer, eBay's like, So eBay wants to see action on your account. I know I preach that, do as I say, not as I do. I tell all my students that, and I fell victim of not doing it myself. So every morning when I get up, or whatever you guys want to do, if you're part-time, when you come home, when the kids are asleep, when the wife's asleep, whatever, go in and do something with your account. Change items a little bit, put a space in there, remove a word, add a word, whatever. Do stuff, activate to keep your account active. If somebody messages you, try and message them back immediately. I have the eBay app on my phone where I get the messages, and I try and message people back immediately. So eBay wants to see action on your account. If you are not, it's like I like to say, like a needy girlfriend or whatever you want to call it. It's just, they want to see action on your account. They want to see activity on your account. Is the bottom line. And I have been guilty of not doing that. And I'm trying to do that every day. And it seems to be working. This week I've had pretty good sales on eBay. And I'm excited about that. All right, my friends. I almost forgot to tell you about that. You guys have a great day. I'll see you in a couple days, I guess. We'll do the next video. All right. Have a good one. Stay dry.